Hey, what's up YouTube? Daniel Thomas here from D3 Visuals, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make an image like this. So, first of all, what we need is an image of an eye. I got this off of DeviantArt. I don't remember exactly who I got it from, so I can't give creds to the photographer, but if this image is yours or it belongs to someone you know, you can message me and I would be happy to credit them in my description. Alright, so what we need is here, we need the eye, and I have here an image of my national flag, but we don't need to see that right now. First of all, what we want to do is copy the background. Do this by pressing on Ctrl J, and it copies the background. And now let's make a new layer above that, and I'm going to use the elliptical marquee tool to select around the iris area. So I'm holding Alt and Shift to make it a perfect circle, like so, and just place it nicely. It's too big, but we're going to resize it, so don't worry about that. And now I'm going to fill this selection by pressing Control and Backspace, which fills it with the background color that I have selected, which is sort of brownish color. Control D to deselect. And what I'm going to do is reduce the fill, just reduce it enough so you can see the eye behind it, so you know how to transform it. So Control T, free transform, shortcut to free transform, and while holding Shift, I'm gonna bring it down so that it's about the size of the eye. Bring it across a little bit, and by holding down Shift, you ensure that it remains a perfect circle. Because let me show you, if you don't hold down Shift, then you see all this stuff can happen. So right, now what we want to do is erase the area for the pupil, and we're going to do this by selecting the eraser tool. Make sure you have a soft brush selected. Make sure the hardness is at 0%, and we're just going to erase this area of the circle real nice and slow, like, because we're going to use a soft brush, because if we use a hard brush, then it will just make it look sharp, and we don't want it to look sharp, because if it looks sharp, then it doesn't look like it's part of the image, you know. Yeah, so we just want to blend it in as much as possible. Take your time when you're doing this, don't try to do it too fast, just make sure it looks good. Nice. So now that we have this done, what we want to do now is delete this area of the circle which is overlapping on the eyelid. So how we're going to do this by selecting the pen tool. Shortcut for the pen tool is P, or you can just select it over here. And we're going to make a point right here under the eyelid and another point at the bottom here. Right, so, and at the second point you hold and you drag until you make a nice curve, and try to make the curve go along with the eyelid. And now what we want to do is close up the circle. Right, you see, if I do this here, you see it makes another curve, and if I don't want it to make another curve, I can hold Alt and Shift, and you see the little arrow thing at the bottom of the pen tool icon. Then you click, so that now when you make a new selection, I don't know exactly how this is called, but when you make a new point, it doesn't make a curve. So now that we close this up, we're gonna make a selection like so, and just hit delete. Control D to deselect. So now we have this. What we want to do now is put the fill all the way back up. It looks a little like this. So now we're ready for our image. Adjust my flag. And what we're going to do is make this into a clipping mask. And two ways that you can do this is you select the layer, right click, and you click create clip and mask. Or what I like to do because it's faster, just hold Alt and put your cursor between at the line separating the two layers that you want to use, and you just click and it makes a clip and mask. And now you want to change the blending mode to of the circle to overlay, and there, looking good already. But the image looks a bit too sharp, so it looks like it's just placed there. As you can see, the edges are really sharp. So what we're going to do is get the eraser tool, and just like what we did with the iris, eraser tool over here, or you can use E. What we do with the iris is just erase the edges so that it blends in. Using a soft brush, just erase around the edges so that it blends in nicely, like so. And now we just keep going around the edges, making it blend in a little more and more, so that it doesn't look as sharp, so that it actually looks like it's actually part of the image, like so. And we want to do that underneath the eyelid as well. Just blend it in nicely, so it all looks like, oh, that was a little too much. Let me start over. Right, so it looks like it's actually supposed to be there as part of the image, and not just like something you just slapped on there. Right, so now what we want to do is we're going to make the image of the eye grayscale, black and white if you will, but we want to keep the iris colored. So how we're going to do this is by holding Control and clicking on the circle that we made. Control clicking on the icon of the circle, the thumbnail of the circle, and we'll make the selection on the circle like so. And then we hit Control Shift I to invert the selection, so it selects everything outside of this area. And we're just gonna hit Control Shift and U, invert the colors, just like that. Control D, deselect, and as you can see on the thumbnail, or if you can't see it, you can see that the image retains its color, and the rest of the image is grayscale. So that is basically it. And now that you have this done, you can actually use it as a template. So as you can see here, I have a picture of the American flag. I'm just going to hide the Canadian flag, and you just do the exact same thing, make a clip and mask, boom, just like that. So you can basically use any image and just fit it in nicely, and it will look really good. So that's it. Thank you for viewing my video. Please like, subscribe, comment, give me pointers, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. I'm open to suggestions. This is actually my first tutorial video, and I would appreciate any critiques or anything like that. Just any comments, any questions, I'd be happy to answer. So thanks again. Peace out.